Alright, let's talk some more about Magic Foundations. This time I'm talking about red and green just because individually there weren't a ton of cards I wanted to talk about. Battlesong Berserker is from Kaldheim. You can tell both like the Berserker tends to be a Viking thing, but also you can see the Aurora Borealis behind it. Courageous Goblin is a goblin named from a time when goblin names tended to be ironic. Goblin diplomats or anything but. Dragon Trainer is really cute. My son is really into the How to Train Your Dragon movies. He's going to love this card when he eventually sees it. I think it's really cute that it's a 1/1 that pairs with a 4/4. It's sort of vanilla. It gives you 2 vanillas for the price of 1. Sort of. Similarly to how we got a whole bunch of different kinds of vampires in black, in red we get a whole bunch of different goblins, including the Ixalan goblins, who are sort of capuchin monkey in shape. We have Ravnican goblins who fall into the general, the classic green goblin look, although, as I talked about when I talked about how goblin art design has changed, the focus is more on big ears than big noses. And just as a side note, I love this card, Goblin Negotiation. It's going straight in my Krenko deck, and for more than just the flavor reasons. Gorehorn Minotaur is another Minotaur pirate that we've seen some before in fact, previous core sets. I mentioned before, but generally in sets like these, we get glimpses into planes that we don't have full sets of. And I think it's neat, it sort of expands Magic's flavor. Magic is not just the 40-something named planes that have card sets on them, it is an uncountably vast multiverse. Seer Slicer Goblin is an Aki, or a goblin from Kamigawa. I also love this card, I'm very excited for this. Cackling Prowler is our first hyena folk, which is very interesting. We've yet to see if they're gonna kind of match up to what like the D&D idea of hyena folk is. I think those are the weird guys that pop out of people's stomachs or people transform into them. But this is yet another new glimpse at a new kind of folk, which is always cool. Preposterous Proportions is just fun to say, although you can't say it 5 times fast. But even better is the joke on the backside, where it's a bunch of oversized lemurs, and it makes a joke about Hyperolotumus lemure. This card, which was supposed to be a lemure, a type of angry spirit, but was instead drawn as a lemur. And so this is sort of poking fun at Magic's history. I love Quakestrider Ceratops. This is a big boy. A vanilla 12/8 for 6 is nothing to sneeze at. And an uncommon. That's going to be very interesting. Anyway, I'll be back next time with multicolored, and then finally, I'll be tackling the legends in the set. All these returning legends, who they are.